There's an army rising up. Yeah, there's an army rising up. Oh, there's an army rising up to break every chain, to break every chain.
Muslim radicals poised to exploit U.S. racial tensions. While there is no evidence of formal affiliation, the suspect in the Dallas sniper attack considered himself a black nationalist, and he showed affinity for the religious group most closely associated with the Black Power movement that arose in the 1960s, the Nation of Islam. Micah Javier Johnson, a 25-year-old Army reservist who had served a tour of duty in Afghanistan, was photographed wearing a dashiki and holding up his right fist clenched in the Black Power salute. On his Facebook pages related to Elijah Muhammad, the Nation of Islam's deceased founder, and he liked the Black Riders Liberation Party, the New Black Panther Party, and the African American Defense League. A group called the Black Power Political Organization took responsibility for the Dallas attack, the London paper The Mirror reported Friday. Last summer, WND reported Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan urged a packed audience at Mount Zion Baptist Church in Miami, Florida, to kill white people. Farrakhan said violent retaliation is the only way for American blacks to rise up and overthrow their white oppressors. So if the federal government will not intercede in our affairs, then we must rise up and kill those who kill us, Farrakhan said. Stalk them and let them feel the pain of death that we are feeling. This is absolutely demonic. In March, WND reported the concern of FBI counterterror specialist John Guandolo that Black Lives Matter radicals were beginning to team up with Muslim elements to provoke trouble in U.S. cities that he said will surprise most police agencies. Prior to the Dallas shooting, reported Heavy.com, a Black Lives Matter member reached out to ISIS on social media, and ISIS supporters have since commented on the attack. Other terrorist organizations in the United States have been trying to capitalize on the radical tension in the United States. The site Intel Group is reporting the most current edition of the Al-Qaeda magazine focuses on Alton Sterling, who was fatally shot by police in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on Tuesday. In January, after the ISIS-inspired shooting in San Bernardino, the Somalian Al-Qaeda affiliate Al-Shabaab released a video using footage of Trump calling for a total, complete shutdown of Muslims entering into the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on, Heavy.com reported. The Tony Blair Foundation noted that last year, the 11th issue of ISIS English language magazine, Dabiq, published a manifesto of its policy on race. More will be assassinated, a post on the Black Power Political Organization Facebook account said. More will be assassinated in the coming days. Do you like the work of our assassins? Get your own sniper. The Facebook page of the organization has been removed, Breitbart reported. But a cached copy of the page shows that it mentions the New Black Panther Party and the Huey P. Newton Gun Club, a paramilitary organization that has trained in Dallas for several years. One section posted on February 10 reads, Black Power Political Organization, BPPO, Black Power, Black Knights. Our mission is to free Africa and all black-based countries from non-black control and give black people the opportunity they need to develop themselves and reach their full potential. We are a powerful political group of patriotic pro-black Pan-African leaders whose job is to rule and control Africa and all black-based countries. So to avoid corruption, bribery, exploitation, non-black control, and every form of ailments preventing black people in Africa from reaching its full potential. To accomplish our goal, we will be working with Black People Protection Agency, aka Black Knights, a powerful group of well-trained professional sniper assassins with tens of thousands of assassins located all over the world in every country whose job is to hold government leaders and other powerful people all over the world responsible when they fail to give black people equal rights and justice in their countries. By relentlessly targeting and assassinating government leaders and other powerful, influential people and their families when they refuse to do right by us black people. We're living in the twilight zone here. Breitbart covered an event earlier this year in which members of the Huey P. Newton Gun Club showed up carrying long guns to protest against the anti-Islam group. Dallas police shut down the event after black counter-protesters broke through the barricade and tried to attack, teaming with Muslim Brotherhood. In March, the former FBI analyst Gwendolo warned the Muslim Brotherhood is teaming up with the Black Lives Matter movement to create violent events that will surprise many police agencies in cities across the U.S. Gwendolo, author of the book Raising a Jihadi Generation, said the revolutionary jihad movement that swept through the Middle East and North Africa as part of the Arab Spring was starting to take root in Europe, noting the attacks in Paris and Brussels. The movement will eventually spread to the United States, said Gwendolo, a former Marine and instructor at a U.S. Army War College who now provides training to law enforcement agencies that want to learn more about the jihadist network in the U.S. The network is operated, he said, by the International Muslim Brotherhood through its many front organizations. Among them are the Muslim American Society, Muslim Student Association, Council on American Islamic Relations, Islamic Society of North America, and North American Islamic Trust. The Dallas Morning News reported the shootings Thursday in the Texas city are just the latest backdrop for global discussions about race relations, guns, and law enforcement in the United States, and some of the strongest views have come from the Arab world, where many view America's struggles through the lens of religion and debates over how to define terrorism. One common theme, the paper said, is to ask why the attack in Dallas was not being referred by officials as terrorism. The paper noted Dallas has a sizable Muslim community that has faced pressure in the past because of perceived links to terrorism. I'm going to tell you why right now they're not describing what happened in Texas as a terrorist act. Because the entire Obama administration, not just Obama, the entire administration is so infested with Islamists right now. They are protecting the terrorists that are coming against America. They are doing everything in their power to shield the actual terrorist organizations such as CAIR, C-A-I-R, that is right here in America, linked to every terrorist attack in the United States. Every single one, even 911. They're all linked back to these government-funded, non-profit Islamic organizations.